let's go straight into the North Township Trustee show, and it's a Thursday in summer, so we know what that means. And we have our two folks. Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
I'm Kelly Bridges. I'm the Special Events Director for the North Township Trustee's Office in Wicker Park.
And I am Nikki Micah. I'm the Chief of Staff for the North Township Trustee's Office.
And I'm sure you just want to say condolences to all those involved.
Yes, absolutely. Condolences to their family. May God bless them.
Yeah, and first responders had a horrific job overnight.
Yes.
Cleaning all that up, and we just move on because that's what we do here at WJOB and in North Township. We've had this close relationship for a long time. Before I get out, if you guys know, I usually bring them in and then I walk out and take a little break. Tonight's Metallica, right?
Yes.
4 Horsemen.
The 4 Horsemen.
We're excited.
Now, this is their first Metallica chance, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we've never had a Metallica tribute there before. Of course, their tour that they had last year and their 2 nights at Soldiers Field brought out a lot of devoted fans and devoted to their music. So this particular band had just appeared at the Hobart Theater in May. So there's going to be a lot of people just stemming off of that because they want to see them again. And apparently they're some say better than the real band is right now. So that show starts at 7:30 and the doors open at 6 o'clock. And general admission is $10. We still have a few tables left on Eventbrite. You can do that, but tickets are always available at the door. It is ages 21 and over. We'll have food vendors. So Big Frank's will be our food vendor tonight. Have a cash bar, but we're really looking forward to it.
All right, there it is. Tonight, it should be a perfect night, right? It should be a little warm.
Just a little.
A little warm.
Yeah, but you know what happens is there's that big swoop from the golf course up to the, right there by the little bitty pond and the stage and all that. And there's been some really hot days when you guys have had the tribute concerts at Wicker Park. And for some reason, right around 7:30-ish, a little breeze develops, just because of where it is. So what I think they're talking in the low 80s by that time, hopefully, but kind of humid. But a little breeze. I mean, it could be a very comfortable time by like mid-show where you're just sitting there in shirt sleeve and sitting on a chair, and you don't have to wear any protective clothing or anything, just protective bug spray. But they're not even that bad right now.
No.
But
No,
all right,
we have that whole area treated prior to the show as well. So I noticed last year, well, knock on wood somewhere, there wasn't really an issue with like mosquitoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was pretty. Not only that, there's a lot of people there, so if there's a mosquito, they might go get somebody else. And Big Frank's will be out there, and get there early if you want to have dinner through Big Frank's, because they can back up on the line sometime if you're trying to go, like say 10 minutes before showtime.
Right.
If you want to eat at Big Frank's, you're better off getting there early and getting your food.
Exactly.
Or, you got to wait till the show starts and everybody goes and sits down, and then you miss some of the music. So plan accordingly. How's that sound?
Right.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, I'm going to get out of the way. Take it away.
Thank you.
All right, so I just want to say good morning to everybody. And this is the North Township Trustee Show, and we are here, and we just wanted to mention that if you live in the cities and towns of Whiting, East Chicago, Hammond, Griffith, Highland, and Munster, you reside within the North Township. So any events that we announce and we advertise stating for North Township for North Township residents only, or there's usually a discount. If you reside in those cities, that is you. Go ahead, Kel.
So back to our concert for tonight. So it's not only just our first concert for the 2025 Summer Concert Series, it's also First Responders Night. So that means that anybody in the first responder field is admitted for free as long as you show proof of employment. So we want to honor our first responders and and all the services that they offer our communities, and respect them and show them appreciation. So we hope that we see many of them out tonight. But again, the doors open for the show at 6 o'clock. General admission is $10. You can buy those tickets online at eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com, or you can buy them at the door. If you're going to buy general admission, just know that you have to bring your own lawn chair. There's plenty of room out there. We do still have about 3 tables, I believe, available on the patio. Those tables are $100 each. You can buy those online as well. We are very excited. So this is the very first one for the season, and we've got 8 more shows after tonight. So if you have any questions, you can call us at 219-313-3934 for that. Then next up, next week is Wednesday, July 2nd, which is our Veterans Roundtable. That starts at noon at our Wicker Park Social Center. It's an ongoing roundtable for veteran leadership, so it isn't open to the public, but if you are a leadership role at a veterans dedicated organization, please feel free to reach out if you're located in the North Township communities. But they collaborate together. They also operate a separate 501c3 that's managed by Legacy Foundation, and we just had our 3rd annual golf outing, which was a great turnout. So we'll be talking about how we're going to best use those funds to serve the veteran community, veterans in need. But they also have another fundraising initiative that's going to be coming up in July 7th through the 20th. And that's going to be roundups at Strack and Van Til's all across Lake County. So if you're out shopping, please try and shop at Strack's if you want to stop by and choose to donate to the North Township Veterans Roundtable to help with their fundraising. And then this past Tuesday, we just had our first Jazz and Blues in the park. So this week's been busy. So Tuesday night we had Jazz in the park. We had cruise night last night. But Jazz in the park, it was a little iffy on the weather. And I think the weather for everything has been unseasonably warm, to say the least, and very different from last year. Last year, we had to cancel our first show because of rain. This year, the rain was present just before the band got started, and it stayed away until the band finished, but we had a great turnout. It was the Duneland Jazz Collective with Eric Lester, and that particular series has become quite popular, and those run consecutive Tuesdays. So we still have 5 more of those shows. Those are free and family friendly. You bring your own picnic basket and your beverages and just set up a table. We got picnic tables out there, and they run from 7 to 9 p.m. So those are great. You can check out our band lineup online at our WickerMemorialPark.com or our North Township Trustee page, or on social media on Facebook.
Next, we have our Vets and Friends Barbecue Social, which will be held on Tuesday, July 8th at the Wicker Memorial Park Clubhouse. That will be held from 11 to 1 p.m., and it's an annual barbecue for veterans and 1 guest. This event is hosted by North Township Trustee Adrian Santos and co-hosted by Wicker Memorial Park Fund. These socials provide veterans of all ages an opportunity to gather, network, and strengthen their support system. No registration is required, and it is open to all residents. If you have any questions or would like a little more information on the event, please contact 219-313-3934. Our monthly senior luncheon for July will be held on Wednesday, July 9th at the Wicker Memorial Park Social Center. Doors open at 11 and the luncheon begins at 12 noon. This is open to North Township residents only and ages 55 and older. ID is required and the cost is $7. Registration is required and the last day to register is June 30th. To register, call 219-932-27 2530 extension 2. And I might want to add, just make sure you leave all the required information that's asked on from the prompts. The monthly senior casino trip will be held Tuesday, July 15th, and that is to Four Winds Casino in New Buffalo, Michigan. Last day for reservations is July 9th, and reservations you can call 219-313-3934. This is a senior trip, so you must be 55 and older. Advance payment is required, and there are no refunds. North Township residents is $30 per person. Non-North Township residents are $35 a person. Payments that are accepted are cash, check, and money order. And the fee includes a $15 slot credit and $10 food voucher. Check-in is at Wicker Memorial Park at 8:30 a.m. and returns back to the park approximately at 4 p.m.
And just to add on to that, so our deadline is July 9th or until we sell out. And that's always the trick because
Yeah.
we fill up really fast the day after the trip happened because we only take 1 month reservations at a time. So we have about 15 seats left, but it is very popular, and Four Winds Casino in New Buffalo is very nice. Like I said, we had our first cruise nights last night in the park, so we do those monthly on the fourth Wednesday of every month. We had a lot of people saying, how come we don't do them in May anymore? Well, this weather, again, is a perfect example of how unpredictable the region is. So we typically stayed away from May this year because it's the fourth Wednesday, and that always runs right into Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is consistently not positive. So we started up in June. We had a great turnout last night. We had a parking lot, and all of our parking spots were full. Sammy Street Eats with Bronca and Sammy were our food vendor. They're going to be there every month, and they have some great offerings. But we invite everybody. There's no registration. We don't do judging. It's just a relaxing night for people to come and check out all the cars and talk amongst each other, and then get to know what else is going on in the park. So those, again, are on the fourth Wednesday of every month. The next one is Wednesday, July 23rd, and starts at 4 o'clock. We've got a DJ, and hopefully we'll see you all out there.
It was really packed yesterday, even though it was hot.
I know. And it was hot. I'm telling you, it was hot.
Yeah, it was
because
very hot.
it was hot. And then our big show that we have coming up on July 25th. So this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. It's an all-ages Friday night concert, and we're bringing in Are You Ready For It? A Taylor Experience. So it's a Taylor Swift tribute, and the artist's name is Tracy. She's actually from Chicago, and she's got a nationally touring show, and it's supposed to be I don't even have a word to describe what it is, but it includes all the costume changes and all the songs, and she's just absolutely amazing. A general admission charge is $25. Children under 18 must be accompanied by adult. We do have patio tables available if you're interested with that. We're going to have some face painting artists there, so the children can come up and get their faces painted. I might even do that. I think I am going to do that. And then we'll have food vendors there. We do have a cash bar for patrons 21 and over. And then there'll be some other activities for the kids to make it more fun for them. But the doors open at 6, and the show runs from 7:30 to 9:30. So if you got any questions on that, you can give me a call at 219-313-3934.
I just want to add that this show, we've been planning on this show since last year.
Yep.
So this has been a work in the making. I know there's been other shows out there, but this one is a unique one.
Yes.
So we're really, really excited for it. And we're really excited to see Swifties come out. It's going to be a really good time.
And I think if you're not a Swiftie, you just might be converted.
Right.
Might.
Right.
So one other thing we still have coming up too, and it's the day before, so that's a busy week, that week in July. So right after the Swiftie show, we'll be heading out to Kaminsky Park. I still call it Kaminsky Park, White Sox Park, whatever you want to call it, on Saturday, July 26th. We've got 4 tickets left for the Crosstown Classic, where the Cubs take on the White Sox. It's $130 per person. Box section 147, so that's right along third baseline. We're all together, and then we have a luxury coach bus that's going to take us back and forth to Wicker Park. It is a night game, so check in at 4:30, and then we leave at 5. Game starts at 7:10. That's open to all ages. It's open to any residents, and so if you want those 4 tickets, you can't get them online anymore, but you can get them by calling 219-313-3934.
So at Wicker Memorial Park, every Saturday until September 27th, we have Yoga in the Park with Sandra. That is held from 9 to 10 a.m., and this is sponsored by our North Township Trustee, Adrian Santos. This is a free event, an all-age event, and it's open to the public. For more information on Yoga in the Park, you can contact Sandra Tamara at 219-718-9856. And again, that's at Wicker Memorial Park. And we have the American Red Cross. The American Red Cross, there's quite a few dates that are reserved. And the next date that they will be out at Wicker Park is July 15th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And they will be at the Wicker Memorial Park Clubhouse. This is also sponsored by North Township Trustee Adrian Santos. If you check our website, either Office of the North Township Trustee or Wicker Memorial Park, or if you look at our social media, it'll give you a list of all the scheduled dates till the end of the year. I know we were contacted by or we're in constant communication with the American Red Cross, and there is a influx of people donating, which is wonderful. So if you're interested in coming out and making a donation, again, it's July 15th at the Wicker Memorial Park Clubhouse.
So one last thing we want to talk about today, only because it's a little early, but because we just had an exciting arrangement or partnership that we're going to be having for the 26th annual Victory for Veterans Memorial Ride. That's an event that's been a staple at Wicker Park since 1999. It was initiated back then with the trustee then, Greg Sitkovich, continued on through current Congressman Frank Mrvan, and now Trustee Adrian Santos is continuing that effort in fundraising to help veterans in our area. So it's a not-for-profit organization that actually operates at the Wicker Park Memorial Fund. But we had just finalized and solidified what the benefit of the fundraising is going to be for this year, and that's with Habitat Humanity of Northwest Indiana. And it's going to go directly towards a project that Habitat is doing in Lake Station in the new Riverwalk subdivision. And so Habitat has, I believe, 12 lots that they're working on. One is a specific single-family veterans build. And then they're also doing 2 duplexes, which is transformational housing for veterans and their families to be able to be housed temporarily while they get prepared to buy their own home. So for those that aren't involved in this particular arena as far as helping veterans, trying to find veterans to help is always a challenge, and we're always looking to help find veteran housing solutions. And Habitat obviously has had a reputation for decades as far as being able to offer all kinds of people housing solutions. So we're excited to be able to do that. So the Victory for Veterans Ride is happening on Sunday, September 28th. Our tickets go on sale online on July 14th at victoryforveteranswickerpark.org, or you can give us a call at 219-313-3934. But again, that's Sunday, September 28th.
And I just want to mention, if you or anyone is out there in need of some kind of assistance, please reach out to the North Township Trustee's office. Again, if you reside in the cities of Whiting, East Chicago, Hammond, Highland, Griffith, and Munster, please contact one of our offices. This is the main mission of the North Township. I know we have a bunch of fun stuff, but our mission, we are in public service. And again, if there's someone in need of clothing assistance, food assistance, rental, mortgage assistance, energy assistance, if you have any kind of questions on what kind of assistance we provide, you can contact one of our offices. We have an East Chicago office at 2100 Broadway Street, and that number is 219-398-2435. And we also have another office at 5947 Homan Avenue, and that number is 219-932-2530. So lastly, I just want to mention and remind everyone that all of our events and information and important information pertaining to the North Township is always provided on our websites, Office of the North Township Trustee and Wicker Memorial Park, and also on our social media pages, which everything is updated daily. So if you're looking to see what kind of events we have or what kind of assistance that we provide to the residents of North Township, please check out our sites and social media. And lastly, I always want to close out the show with thanking all of our wonderful employees. We have a really, really good batch of employees. We're a really good team, NTTO. We want to give a shout out to all of them, from Oak Hill Cemetery to Dial-A-Ride, to our EC and Hammond assistance offices, all of our case managers there, Wicker Memorial Park on the park side, all of our park staff, office staff, Kyle Cade and his golf staff are running busy, and they work all hours of the day, early morning hours, to make sure that everything is running and functioning. And to Kelly and the special events, and to my team over at the administration office and our finance department, every aspect of the North Township, we really, really want to thank you on behalf of myself and Trustee Santos. And you are greatly appreciated, because this week was the first week of the total summer kickoff, and everyone has been running around, every single person. So again, I just want to say thank you in closing out the show. And if you see one of our employees, tell them great job, because they are really, really doing a great job.
Thank you.
So, do you have anything else, Kel?
Nope, that's it. We just hope to see many of you as possible at our concert tonight. Again, the doors open at 6. First responders get in for free, and it is the Four Horsemen, the Metallica tribute, and I'm sure it's going to be an awesome time.
It is. It is. Thank you.